Hello, my impatience. How art thou? It is Andrew the Android Koloski here. I am live and I'm ready to perform for all of you. I hope you will join and start engaging with me. Please be at thy beck and call. Please be at thy beck and call. La 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 la. I know Rusty, like Arthur the Aardvark, said, "You better not go live, boy." And he was shaking his fist like this. But you know what? I'm defiant. I'm going live. So, hello. Hello. Somebody says, they like my shirt. Thank you very much. This is actually a shirt my brother got me. I don't know if he went on vacation to Hawaii this year or not, but this is a shirt he got me as a token from his Hawaii vacation. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoy my shirt. I'm glad you enjoy my shirt. La 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 la. I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm all caffeinated up. I'm caffeinated. I'm caffeinated. I'm caffeinated. Yeah, 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 yeah. And ready to rock. So, come on, impatience. Come filing in here. Somebody says, Pika up there is just sitting up there like, what is this existence? What are we doing with our lives? Yeah, I mean, that's like my existence. That's like the sloth's existence. What is this life? What are we doing? We're just pouring our lives down the drain. Pika, Pika! Pikachu! Pikachu! La 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 la. I am such a villain, such a villain, such a villain. I am such. The sloth is like, don't look behind the fridge. Some people think behind the fridge there's a door to another dimension. If you really want me to move the refrigerator, I can, but I have a feeling it's just going to be disastrous. It's plugged in, it's hard to move, so I don't really want to move it. And besides, Pika and the sloth might fall. La 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 la. So, anybody have any news about the death of Brian Wilson? I'm going to an art class today at 4. Anything? Anything? So Mrs. Pika will be fine since she's stuffed. But the sloth, on the other hand, might shatter into a million pieces since the sloth is glass. Yes, and we don't want the sloth shattering into a million pieces. Rusty says, there's a new Spaceballs movie coming out in 2027. Yeah, I saw the first one many years ago with family members of mine who I no longer see. I haven't seen, obviously the new one hasn't even come out yet, but that's exciting. It was a Star Wars parody, I think. It was a Star Wars parody. Somebody says you should reunite with your family members in 2027 for Spaceballs. Somehow I don't think that's happening, but you never know. Maybe. Somebody says we need Idiocracy too. Yeah, I didn't like Idiocracy 1. I liked Office Space though. I liked Beavis and Butthead. King of the Hill is pretty good. I didn't really like Idiocracy though. So let's see what Idiocracy got on these Idiocracy movie. I didn't really like that one. I know it had some funny concepts like the professional wrestler being the president and the dumbing down of society, but I didn't particularly find Idiocracy too funny. I think it's Mike Judge, and a lot of people were, So it's a cult classic, I think. It got 71% on Rotten Tomatoes and 6. Let's see what Office Space got. I liked Office Space. That was funny. Office. But then again, I haven't seen it in years. Maybe it wouldn't be funny if I watched it present day. Office Space. Let's see what that got. Rotten Tomatoes. About the same. Well, Office Space got better reviews, 81%. Yeah, I liked Office Space. So his Office Space was great. I need to moisten my mind with intimacy. Moisten. Somebody says, "What's up, big dog?" Oh, 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 oh. Should I give me Padre a call? Should I give my father a call? Let's see if he'll answer. What is this life I'm living? He says, not if you're going to go wild on him. No, I just want to talk more about Brian Wilson. Let's call my father and see if he wants to talk more about Brian Wilson. I know that was a really good conversation yesterday. Somehow I don't think he's going to answer, though. He's probably at the gym this time anyway. Ring-a-ling-ling-ling. Pick up the phone. I know you're at home. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Answer my call, damn it. Answer my call. Pick up the phone. Pick up the goddamn phone. He didn't answer. Maybe I'll drive to his house and start banging on his door and screaming, "Open up the door! Open up the goddamn door!" He says, "I wonder what..." No, he's probably at the gym. I talked to him this morning. I mean, yeah, we fight a lot, but he's probably at the gym. I think he goes from to the gym from like 2 to 4. He sits in the steam room. He does the cool ice plunge. That's probably where he is right now. And like his big signs at the gym. I know my father tries calling me when I'm at the gym, and I'm like, yeah, there's signs in the room that says like cell phone conversations permitted to the lobby only. You have to obey the sign. You can't talk on the phone when you're on the treadmill. You can text, but you can't talk over the phone. I think he goes for the social experience. He goes to one of these really expensive gyms, and he goes for the steam room, the sauna. I mean, I think he walks on the treadmill for like 20 minutes. He just goes to hang out. It's just fun to get out of the house and go to the gym. I don't know how much he works out or not. Maybe he works out. I don't know. Erie says, "Andrew, I have some news about Deborah that I learned from her TikTok." And somebody says, "Do tell. What did you learn about Deborah from her TikTok?" I mean, frankly, you know, what did you learn? Frankly, I don't like the gossip. I don't like the talk. It just doesn't matter. I don't. I mean, I do care, but I don't care. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? It's like, well, let Deborah do whatever Deborah's gonna do. If it's good, good. If it's bad, well, you know, it's her life. No, I got nothing. Well, so who is Deborah? Deborah is somebody who used to be on my channel, who used to post here. You didn't say it, Erie. Well, maybe the comment got banned. Let's see. Erie. I mean, somebody said Erie. I don't. I mean, Erie's chatting about Deborah's personal life, and frankly, it just doesn't matter. Good for Deborah. Apparently Deborah is in a relationship, and good. She has a boyfriend, and that's good. Good for her. Who cares? I do care. Good. You know. So he says that's awesome. Good. Yeah, I'm happy for Deborah, and that it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Mm-mm. Now let's get Andrew a girlfriend. Let's get Andrew a romantic partner. Let's get Andrew one of them bitches, as they say on the streets. Let's get Andrew a lady. Every pot has a lid. Everybody can find a romantic partner for the most part. So he says, Andrew. So he says, Andrew, where did you hide the body? There's no bodies in here, but some people think there's a door behind my refrigerator. There are no. It's the room behind the refrigerator. So he says, Deborah's getting more views than Andrew. Life's not fair. Something tells me I'll be getting more views than Deborah soon, but maybe not. Maybe not. I don't necessarily wish failure. I mean, if Deborah's more successful than me as a social media content creator, good. There's room for two successful social media content creators. Good. I wish for her success. I wish for my success. It's not mutually exclusive. Her success and my success isn't mutually exclusive. She can succeed and I can succeed, and that's a good thing. Our successes are mutually exclusive. Either one of us is successful and the other isn't. Or, yes, that's the only way it can be. One of us has to be successful and the other has to be a failure. Somebody says, do you think you could drink a lot of vodka in 12 hours? I don't. It would probably kill me. I'm on Abilify, so it'd probably kill me. I don't think I should drink alcohol. Occasionally, I'll have a hard seltzer or a beer, but even that's probably not a great idea. I shouldn't. I don't go overboard with it. What was for lunch today? I had a smoothie, a mango smoothie. I had eggs and toast. I had 2 bananas for breakfast. And I'm going to go and get pizza before my art class today at 4 p.m. I'm going to get a slice of pizza. Pizza pasta! I think the people in the pizzeria look at me like critically. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just extremely self-conscious. Maybe they don't look at me critically. I feel like everywhere I go, everybody looks at me critically, you know? Everybody's like, oh my God, here he comes. Here comes the elephant in the room. That's how I feel. Everywhere I go, everybody's like, here comes the elephant. So he says, are the people in the pizzeria Italian? I think they are. I think they are. At least some of them are. Yeah, no, many years ago, I went to a Chinese restaurant and there was a Caucasian man working. I think he was the manager. I'm like, I want my pizzerias and Italian restaurants to be run by Italians. I want my Chinese restaurants to be run by people from China. I don't know. When I go to a Chinese restaurant and there's somebody who's white, Caucasian working there, I'm like, I don't. Is this authentic? Is this It just. I like my Chinese food store workers to be of the ethnicity of Chinese. I don't like Caucasian people working in Chinese restaurants. And the same goes for Italian. So he says, "What about fusion concepts?" I guess they can work. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just kind of making jokes here. I don't really care that much. I still got Chinese. I remember before going to. I remember before going to. Dr. Garrett's, or actually after going to Dr. Garrett's, I used to get Chinese food, and I got it from this restaurant by the train station, and there was interestingly enough, the manager was a Caucasian guy. I'm like, okay. So he says, get some tangerine beef tonight. That's not a bad idea. I don't know what my mom's making for dinner. But I like tangerine beef from Quang Ming. Maybe I could go there. I only get tangerine beef from Quang Ming after special occasions. I think because it's really pricey. I think the first time I ever got it, I got it after a psychiatric hospitalization. One time I got it randomly, and one time, I had a bad day and I got it. But 666 says, I'm having I'm having a meeting now. He's got to go. See you later, 666. Ear says, are you trying to have a race war, boy? No, I'm not trying to have a race war. I believe judge not a man by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character. I believe, everybody should get along and live harmoniously, and we should have diversity. I believe in that. Somebody says, very progressive of you, big dog. Thank you. Well, let's call my mother and see if we can get some Quang Ming for dinner. I realize it's pretty pricey, though. Let's see if me Madre will do that. Oh, wait. It might have shown her phone number. I don't want people getting my house phone number. Hey, Mom, I'm on with the inpatients, but do you think we could get Quang Ming for dinner? The tangerine beef? I know it's really expensive, but maybe for Father's Day. Yeah, because I'm having a hankering for it, but I realize it's like $40 for it, Yeah. Yeah, I also I asked Dad if he wanted to do a radicchio, which he doesn't like because it's so pricey. And I also asked him if he wanted to do Indian food. It's called Diwan. It's a buffet in Hicksville. So yeah, yeah, you can fight with that. I understand. I understand. No, especially on Father's Day. Yeah, yeah. Maybe we get some Kwang some really good Chinese food. You know. Yeah, yeah. I do know what you mean. So yeah, you got me a gift from one of these coconut chocolate bars, but I ate it because I was really hungry and I had no food in here. So yeah, so I have to get him something. I have to get him something else. Um, um, we'll get him we'll get him something nice. Yeah. Um, I still have his other gift. Yeah. Yeah. So I got the art class today at 4. I don't know if I really feel like going though. I don't. Well, maybe it might be fun. Yeah, it might be fun to get out and draw. Yeah. 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 There's bowling Saturday and mini golf Monday. I think it's a. I think I don't want to say where it is over the internet, but it's mini. Nami. It's not. It's not going to be. It's not going to be in its normal place. It's going to be. It's going to be. Yes. I'm excited because it's going to be fun. Mini golf is fun. Yeah. Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. Are you making anything for dinner? Sausage and pepper. Maybe I'll get Kwang Ming tonight, but then again, I don't have the money for it. I only have like yeah. I'll have the sausage and pepper. What time are you making it? Yeah, you put it on when I get back. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Love you. Bye. All right. Someone says, dude, tangerine beef is $19 at Kwang Ming. That's still pretty pricey. I mean, even if it's $19 and not $40, and then with tax, it's expensive. Is my point. Someone says you have less than $19 to your name. You have less than $19 to your name. I don't know how much. I have some money, but I got to get a car inspection. I mean, I have other priorities rather than $19 tangerine beef. Somebody says you're wasting your time. Go get some tangerine beef for dinner. Yeah, I gotta get. Maybe I'll get my inspection tomorrow. Maybe I get my inspection tomorrow. So it says Andrew hasn't done an hour of work in a decade and a half. Oh, that's not true. That's not true. I briefly worked at Macy's in Hicksville, and I briefly worked at Stop and Shop. And I did more than an hour of work at both those places. Not much work, but I'm more than an hour. And that was 2015 and 2016. So about 10 years. I did a no call, no show, and shift abandonment. And somebody says, Andrew did make $15 off OnlyFans too. I never filled out the form to claim the money. You got to fill out some form, but that's true. I did make some money off OnlyFans too. I made some money selling artwork at the Fountain House Gallery too that I never claimed. I made like near $500 there. So I did make some money, So he says, I do my spicy. Some people said, I didn't know Andrew was a sex worker. I didn't know Andrew. I'm like, I'm not. I do it for free. It's not behind a paywall. They're classy nudes. They're tasteful nudes. They're wholesome nudes. They're comedic and funny and heartwarming nudes. I'm not a sex worker. I'm an adult performance artist. So he says, you're tastefully whipping yourself with a belt. Yes, Rusty. Yes. So he says, did Dr. Garrett ever say you were very lazy? I don't recall. He might have said it. Lazy. La 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 la. I'm getting ready for the. I don't feel like doing the art class tonight. Oh, maybe I could. Maybe I could do the art class today. Maybe I'll just do a drawing or two. Maybe I'll get some Kwang Ming. I hurt my toe. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna hit the dusty trail here. I'm gonna get ready to go to my art class. I can't do an hour. I can do like 5 more minutes. So he wants a song to finish. All right. How does this song go? I'm trying to think of a song. If you're working and you don't want to be there, here's what you ought to do. No call, no show, no call, no show. Don't call up, simply don't show up. But you might ask, what if you get fired? Well, you'll have fun at home then. No call, no show, no call, no show. Your job doesn't care about you. To them, you're just a number. So you shouldn't care about them. No call, no show, no call, no show. If you're working and you don't want to be there, shift abandonment. I don't know. All right, screw that one up. Shift if you're working and you don't want to be there, shift abandonment. How does no call, no show go again? Let's try to think of that. If you don't feel like working, you should do a no call, no show. Don't call up. Simply don't show up. Pizza. Let's see if I can find no call, no show. Okay. No call. 1 second, guys. I'll see. No. Oh, here's how it goes. Quit your job today, simply don't go in. The work they're making you do is a sin. No call, no show, no call, no show. Don't call up, simply don't show up. No call, no show, no call, no show. Quit your job today, simply don't go in. The work the making you do is a sin. No call, no show, no call, no show. Don't call up, simply don't show up. Don't give them any notice. Just don't go in. And if you're working and you don't want to be there, here's what you ought to do. Shift abandonment. Shift abandonment. Abandon your shift. Walk out the door. Have fun at home. Shift abandonment. Shift abandonment. But you might ask, what if you get fired? Well, you'll have more fun at home then. You should do shift abandonment. Shift abandonment. Not ship abandonment. Shift abandonment. Not ship abandonment. Shift abandonment. Shift abandonment. Shift abandonment. Your job doesn't care about you. To them, you're just a number. So you shouldn't care about them. No call, no show. And do shift abandonment. Shift abandonment. And then they fired me. And now I have no job. All right. I think I'm going to go to my art class now. Peace out, guys. Thanks for watching.